So one of the things I heard from folks is like, gosh, we know a lot about Dwayne and his professional life, but we really don't know that much about Dwayne's personal life or his early years. And so we're going to start off with a few of those questions. So Dwayne, the first question is one of a request for you to talk to us a little bit about your early years, kind of the childhood years, a little bit about where you grew up, maybe something about your parents and your siblings, and maybe wrap that into any perhaps values that were instilled for you during those early years.
All right, well, thank you, Dan. It is a great pleasure to be here again with this group and to have spent 32 years with all of you and your predecessors, because working with hospital people is the best job in the world. I never went to work a day in my life in the 52 years I worked in Kansas, Missouri, and California. So I was really fortunate. And to have the friendships that I have, clearly Dan and I have been friends for that entire 32 years and before. And now with Demetrius and having him here, and then it's a real pleasure to have the Escoboses and the Stephanies with us today. So thanks to all of you for what you mean to me because of the very great job and the service that you provide. It's a real stimulation to me and a great model for me to follow. I grew up on a farm in Kansas. My parents were obviously farmers, and I'm so old that I was in the 3rd grade before we got electricity and an inside bathroom. And in 1 year, we got a Zenith radio after getting electricity, an inside bathroom, and we thought that life is never going to get better than this. And in fact, it really didn't. And I worked hard on the farm, and my parents taught me believe in God, believe in others, and believe in yourself in that order, and to take responsibility. And they also said that do something in your life that's constructive. And I kind of got in my mind, well, I would be a college professor, and then I got sidetracked. But my parents were dedicated, hardworking people, and they instilled the right values, I think, in all of their children. I have a sister that's 3 years older. She lives in Missouri. A brother that's 10 years younger, and he lives in Marseille, France, and has lived in France for over 40 years, and then a brother that lives in Arizona. So we have family scattered everywhere, a daughter that lives in Oregon, and my son that lives in St. Croix, on the island of St. Croix, and then Diane's 2 children live in San Francisco. So we have family spread out everywhere. As I look back on my life as a child, I didn't have much, and we had to raise everything we ate, and so it was a community that was not rich, relative, but not poor, but typical farming community, and everybody worked for everybody else. So you develop a sense of community in that kind of an environment that you probably don't get in an urban area. And I think that helped me through my career.
Great. God, yourself, and others, values to have lived your career-wise.